Welcome back to Victory with Sheldon and Leah. Today we are going to be going over part 2 of the 4 levels of self-talk. Today we are going to be focusing on the positive. In our last video we are focusing on the negative things that we said to ourselves. So today we're going to be focusing on the positive things that you can say to yourself. The 2 levels that we're going to be talking about today are the decision to change and the new you.
We can now go on to like the 2 positive levels, the levels that are actually going to work for you. So recognizing the need to change isn't enough. So level 3 is going to be the decision to change. This is the first level that's actually going to start working for you as opposed to against you. So level 3 is going to start changing your programming of your subconscious mind. You're going to start seeing results, and not only are you going to start seeing results, but you're going to realize that you're in control of those results. You get to determine, right? You're not just a victim of circumstances. You're not just a victim of somebody else's edicts and decisions, but that it begins and ends with you. And you're not just reactionary, but you're actually in control. You're proactive and seeking solutions and changes in your life for the better. So level 3, the decision to change. So the decision to change, you've analyzed, you've decided there is a need to change, and hey, I'm going to actually do something about it. So as opposed to I need to lose weight, it's I am losing weight. It's I'm no longer overweight. I no longer struggle, with dietary control or my appetite or things like that. Let's say you smoke cigarettes. You don't want to smoke cigarettes anymore. I no longer smoke. Oh, that sounds weird. Look, I'm not here to explain to you how all this stuff works. I'm not here to convince you whether or not it works. I'm just telling you that it does work. Yeah. And so I guess you have the choice, right? Well, until I see a psychological study by my favorite doctor, I don't know, this just seems silly. Okay, silliness is living in your own filth and then trying to blame everybody else. Silliness is deciding that somehow the universe just hates you and, your Eeyore with your own personal rain cloud following you around and raining on your head, right? Or it's just not the reason why, but to do and that. Just begin to, just take it on faith. What do you got to lose, right? So begin to talk about the sort of the decisions, the changes that you want to see made. Begin talking about those. I never eat too much. I want to lose weight, or I have enough money to get me to the end of the month, or whatever your level is, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Just change the way you talk about it. I guarantee you that's going to be the beginning of an entirely new journey for you, which leads right into level 4.
So the 4th and last level of conversation that we're going to be talking about is the new you. Now this one's exciting. This one, even though it's the most effective, it's the least used.
True enough. And when I first read this, and I'm like kind of going through it in my mind in my book and kind of analyzing, I think, a good self-inventory on a regular basis, daily, if not, kind of just taking stock of what I'm actually doing and whether or not it's going to build me and move me to my goals, toward what I actually want to see out of life. This for me was just like mind-blowing, because I grew up and like I always joke about this, but like we just complained. Like complaining was borderline a love language. Like if we find something that, oh, this is stupid, blah 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 blah, and for whatever reason, right? And to kind of see that and see how the sort of conversations that I had, even with my siblings, with myself, and how that kind of shaped everything that I saw and did. If you had asked me 10 years ago, hey, can you start your own business? Is it still possible to live a quote unquote American dream in America and all this kind of thing? No, it's not a chance. The system's all screwed up. Something, there's got to be some kind of change. We got to do something, blah, 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 blah. And like through all the books and associations and everything, and just realizing like, wow, I was literally my biggest hurdle to changing my life. The dude in the mirror. It's the guy in the mirror. And that's what I love about this book, because it's just going to deal with you at a ground floor level, personal level, and it's going to show you what you're doing wrong and how to fix it. Okay, so level 4, the better you is going to be, this is the exact opposite of level 1. Level 1, you're accepting the negative. I can't. I don't have enough money. I'm too tired, right? And it's literally just taking it, flipping it on its head. I do have enough money.
Yeah.
I can. I am able to do that, right? I like to go back to weight loss just because it's so simple.
Yeah.
And it's something that the vast majority of people have control over. You know, some people do have, there are contributing health factors, whatever. We're not getting into that. We're talking about the guy like who was like the old me who could finish off an entire pizza in one sitting, right? It's your own fault, buddy. You built that bed, and now you're putting your belly up and you're lying in it, right? That's what we're talking about here. Instead of I'm fat, right? Level 1 or level 2, man, I need to lose weight, but I ain't gonna. Level 3, it's you know, I'm going to lose weight. I'm changing. I don't eat too much. Then we go up to level 4, right? I'm in complete control. I have complete control over my own diet. I never eat too much. I eat just enough. I get out. I exercise. I like going to the gym. It's not always fun, but it needs to be done, and so I do it. I work out. Working out's not a problem for me. I'm an inspiration to other people when I work out. My family, my friends, they notice that I'm losing weight, and they notice that I look better. I feel better about myself. I feel healthier. I can run longer, you know, I can lift more, you know, whatever that regimen is. And you begin, I promise you, like, matter of fact, just prove me wrong, right? Like, we don't gotta debate it, just prove me wrong. Take a month, write down some level 4 affirmations, okay? Write them down, put them on your mirror, put them, you know, someplace where you're going to see it. Oh, I forgot. And then come back and comment like, well, it didn't really work. When you do this for 30 days, and you come back and you comment the results that you're getting, I promise you, because you're going to literally rewire to the point where I've had issues come up at work where 4 months ago, like, I would have like just blew up, like, oh, this is stupid, blah, 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 blah. And realizing that I don't have to just be reactionary, but that I get to choose what's going to actually impact me and where to invest emotionally into things and begin speaking right. And it's like, yeah, I promise you, it's like a whole new plane. So,
It's true.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I called him one day, asked him how his day was, and it just sounded like he was having a normal day. Everything was going great. Then I asked him kind of just more details, what was going on, and he started like telling me things that happened during that day. And I was like, that sounds like a horrible day. But he was like, oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Every day's a good day. Every day is a good day. I'm alive, all right? How many people aren't going to be around by the time we post this video that are around today, right? We're shooting on Monday. It'll be up Friday. How many, you know what I mean? So it's a good day. Every day is a new opportunity. I'm not saying, you know, you're sitting in your car and it's on fire and like, heat's good. You know, heat burns away the impurities. This is going to be, you know, I'm not telling you to be completely detached from reality, right? There are situations like that do require immediate action. Like, all right, car is burning. I need to get away from the car and call 911. But it's not going to bed that night freaking out about, you know, the fact that you just lost your car. You're just going to call the insurance people. It's going to get figured out. You might have to get on them because you know how insurance companies like to do you and this, that, and the third or whatever. But realizing in the grand scheme, like, it's going to work out.
Right.
You were able to afford the car the first time. You do have insurance. You did the right things and taking care of, you know, the paperwork side of it all. And all those material things that you lost, you can get them back. So I'm not going to freak out and spend 30 minutes. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a car. They all end up in junkyards anyway. So
Right. So you see the end from the beginning.
And you're good to go. I promise you. It's going to take you, if you can grasp this and kind of just step up to that higher plane that you need to be at to see things actually happen in your life, this will change your life. Simple as it sounds, just four little levels of conversation that you need to be able to recognize and to change that toxic relationship that you have with yourself, right? Your own worst critic. How many people have you've said it before, you know, put a finger up, I'm my own worst critic, right? It's true. Why are you so critical of yourself? Why do other people look at you and see value and see, you know, potential and all these other things that you can become? Like, well, you know, I spend the most time with me and I don't like them. Okay, so you don't like your habits. What are you going to do about it? You're going to talk about the bad habits that you have? Are you going to recognize the need to change those habits? Or are you going to start changing those habits and speaking about those habits that you are changing to become, I guess, the potential you that's somewhere hidden in there, that's lurking in there? So ultimately, yeah, you're your own worst critic, right? You say things to yourself that beat you down every day. Stop it. So honestly, if you made it to this point in the video, you got nothing to lose. Let's do a 30-day challenge. Let's do a 30-day challenge. Let's move straight to level 3. Make decisions to change the things that because you've already been speaking at level 1 and 2 most likely, so you know what needs to be changed already. As a matter of fact, if you got a notebook and a piece of paper, just write down, just do 1 or 2 things. You don't got to start huge. 1 or 2 things happen. Say it's a bad habit, right? I watch too much Netflix, right? Which causes you to say other things at level 1, like I don't have time, because you'd rather, going from, preaching to meddling now, right? So those bad habits that kind of keep you where you are, that you kind of encode in that level 1 self-talk that's tied up into that, right? Like, oh yeah, streaming too much, so now you're telling people you never have time, or you're always tired because your eyes are just looking at these backlit displays all day, and it makes you feel more tired, kind of a thing, right? So it's kind of wrapped up in there. So you can kind of analyze, just pick 1 or 2 things, 1 or 2 little habits. Give yourself 30 days to start speaking at levels 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Write down a good list of affirmations. And if you want to learn more about, I guess, what the affirmations will look like, because we don't have a whole lot of time to go into it, or if you want to see another video entirely, and we can just talk about the affirmations and what to really say, and kind of, because there's a lot that can be said. I mean, I just got a whole book on it, right? There's a lot to be said about affirmations, but we can help you. We can guide you to help you kind of get some good ones that actually relate to the root issue of the problem, and to see if they work. You can message us. Links will be in the description and everything. We love hearing from you guys.
Thanks again for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be alerted when we upload our next video.
Thanks for watching, you guys. And you too can live in victory.